Hello, 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 and thank you so much for stopping by. I'm Soraya Marshall Wright, and welcome to The World According to Soraya. Okay, so if you happen to be watching this today, happy 4th of July holiday to you. If nothing else, I hope you're taking some time out to spend with the people that you love. Okay, so I just came back from watching the movie Uncle Drew. It was hilarious, but I was actually able to pick up a few tips from it and I want to share them with you. All right, I'm not going to tell you the whole movie, and you can Google Uncle Drew and find out exactly what it's all about. But the long and short of it is one of the main characters, Dax, in the beginning, it looks like he is mostly focused on putting together a winning team so that he can go to the Rucker and win $100,000. It's not until a little bit later in the movie that you end up learning that he was in fact an orphan, and basketball was kind of the one thing that he held on to. And during one of his basketball games as a child, there was another player, a white boy, who smacked the ball out of his hand and embarrassed him, and he missed a shot. And that one shot that he missed more or less changed the course of his life. If you continue to look at it, he settled into the role of a coach because he felt like at that point, that's where he belonged. He didn't play. He didn't feel like the game loved him. There are lots of little lessons that I picked up along the way while watching the movie, but the one thing that I focused in on was the number of times that the main character Dax had the opportunity to actually play. And he tried to step back from that role as often as he possibly could. And when push came to shove, it was like, what are we going to do? Who are we going to get to replace this person who's missing? And we have no other options. But he was there. He knew the game. He understood the game. He knew how to play. He just did not want to put himself back in that role because the last thing he could remember was the last shot that he missed. When he finally overcame that one layer of fear and decided to actually put on the uniform and step into the role because he had no other option, he gets down to mere seconds and he freezes so that he can devise the most complicated plan in the world, asking other players to get involved in mere seconds to make the winning shot, when it was obvious to everyone but him that he could make it faster than any of those other plans could be executed. But it took those people looking at him sideways and saying, hey, it's actually up to you. You got this. For him to actually take the winning shot and overcome that fear. I wanted to share this with you because it's something that's actually been bubbling up for the last couple of days. And as I was scrolling through my Facebook memories the last few days, which I often do, I noticed that every year I had something great going on, a nice vacation or time with family. But there was one year that was completely silent. There was no memory from that year. And I could remember everything from that year pretty vividly. It was my moment where I missed the winning shot. And it took my family and friends looking at me sideways and saying, yeah, no, it's up to you. And sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes we're settled in a position or in a role because we think that's all that's left. There's no other option. But everybody around us could look and see, hey, the basket's right in front of you. You've got the ball. Nobody's covering you, and you could make the winning shot. You just got to realize that it's actually up to you. And that spoke to me because essentially that's what's required for you to build and leave a legacy. You have to stop long enough to devise a plan, not be afraid to trust what you know, and just take the freaking shot. All right? If you didn't know, now you know. See you next time.